The eighth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to designate the month of November as the National Appreciation of Security Agencies Month, to preserve and promote honor, respect, and greater recognition for Nigerian security agencies for their sacrifices, tireless, and crucial services to the people of Nigeria in preventing the security, freedom, preserving the security, freedom, and liberties of the citizenry, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Bamidele Salam. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 2nd of March 2021, and I invite Honorable Salam to move that the bill be now read a second time.
I represent the fantastic people of Ede North, Ede South, Egbedore, Ejigbo Federal Constituency of Osun State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that a bill for an act to designate the month of November as the National Appreciation for Security Agencies Month, to preserve and promote honor, respect, and greater recognition for Nigerian security agencies for their sacrifices, tireless and crucial services to the people of Nigeria in preserving the security, freedom, and liberties of the citizenry, and for other related matters, be read for the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity to lead the debate for an act which is meant to designate the month of November as the month of appreciation to personnel of Nigerian security agencies who toil day and night, who put their life on the line for the defense of our liberties and for the protection of the property that are duly owned by law-abiding citizens of this country. Mr. Speaker, it is a truism that when a person works in an organization or for a set of persons or communities, there is hardly any form of compensation that you can offer that can make for their time, their energy, and the resources they put into that service. But this is more true, Mr. Speaker, for those men and women, personnel of Nigerian Armed Forces, the Nigerian Police Force, the Civil Defense Corps, and the secret services of this country who put down that resource which cannot be got back, which is their life, in defense of our ideals, in defense of our borders, and in defense of our lives. Mr. Speaker, I just think that as a country, we need to institutionalize the systems of reward, especially for this very important sector. And one way that I think we can do this is to encourage not only government, but private organizations, businesses, individuals, and communities to do so in appreciating our security services. Mr. Speaker, this bill intends to ensure that we have a governing board for the implementation of the provisions of the bill, which of course will be made up of service chiefs and other critical stakeholders from other security agencies, the civil society organizations, and of course the general public, to design annual programs which will be organized in collaboration with non-governmental organizations to celebrate the heroic deeds and the sacrifices of our security personnel, as well as their family members, most of whom, as we speak, do not even know where their breadwinners are. We have wives of military personnel who have been weeks and months and years without seeing their husbands. We have children of these personnel who have not seen their fathers or mothers for so many months or years. And I believe that...
Honorable Gimba, where are you going? Continue.
If we, as a country, designate a whole month of offering services and programs and activities to celebrate them, we will not be doing too much. Mr. Speaker, this is the practice in most countries of the world, and I think that it is high time that Nigeria also started institutionalizing this and getting everybody on board to show this appreciation. So essentially, this is what this bill intends to achieve, and I want to urge Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the House to take note of the saying by Winston Churchill, who said, "We sleep safely at night because rough men stand ready to visit violence on those who will harm us." The rough men and the women are those ones in the trenches, in the forest, carrying metals and daring evil men to make sure that we are safe. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to ask that this bill be supported by honorable colleagues for the second reading. It is a month that is very close to the end of the year when businesses, social activities, family affairs are winding down. And I think it is a time for us to look back into the year and pay back those security men. So the only reason, Mr. Speaker, why I have decided to propose this month is because it is so close to the end of the year and it's a time for evaluation and for expression of this gratitude to our security men and women. A few of those issues have been answered in the responses by Honorable Jimmy Bensi and Honorable Nkiruka. But I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that I also took cognizance of the fact that we had an Armed Forces Remembrance Day. But I want to say, Mr. Speaker, that that day, strictly speaking, is not a product of law. That is a public holiday is captured by the Public Holidays Act, but the day itself, and it is a function of tradition from the remembrance of World War veterans, which focuses more on honoring the fallen heroes. This particular bill is meant to recognize both the late and those who are alive. And like said by one of my leaders who spoke earlier, it is a bill. It's a bill that captures all the whole gamut of the security agencies. Right. And then finally, sir, on why it has to be a law, there are a few of the incentives that are being proposed in this bill for corporate organizations like banks, hotels, airlines that do offer rebate to servicemen who can also file that as part of their tax returns in, to draw down on some benefits from the tax regime. So that is why I think it should actually come codified as a law.
Thank you. So please say aye. Those against it say aye. Ayes have it.
Designate the month of November as the National Appreciation for Security Agencies Month to preserve and promote honor, respect, and greater recognition for the Nigerian security agencies for their sacrifices, tireless and crucial services to the people of Nigeria in preserving the security, freedom, and liberties of the citizenry, and for related matters. Second reading.